G'day everybody and welcome to the Glass Cage podcast. I'm JH.
And I'm George.
And this is episode 14 now, I believe.
Yeah, I lost count.
Yeah, we tried to do a two-in-one sort of thing last time we recorded, but we had a few technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get my word right. Difficulties.
Yeah.
And that didn't exactly work.
Oh, best laid plans and all that.
Exactly. And today we tried to get it to work as well, but I forgot a few things and we've only got one camera, but that's fine. Everyone's listening in their glass cage.
Yeah, the audio is what counts. So
That's what counts, as long as the audio is good. So
Job's on.
Job's on. So we're going to do the old Q&A again. I put the question out to everybody asking, ask us a question basically. Actually, well, first of all, how's everyone's harvest going? Because this will be coming out towards the end of November. So,
Yeah, let us know. Get into it.
yeah, how's your harvest? Tag us in like a Instagram story or something. We'll see and we'll post it to our Instagram stories.
Yeah, no giveaway this time?
No giveaway. We'll have to get a make hats for the glass cage. We need to come up with a better logo though.
Yeah, something like, yeah, we'll workshop it.
Send us your logo idea.
Yeah. Dangerous.
All right, well, let's crack on into a few Q&As.
Yeah, let's see if this happens for us.
All right, so first one's from Dave, and he goes, G'day, JH and George. Question about canola harvest. The WA growers seem to prefer desiccation than direct heading, but the eastern states growers are more windrow canola than harvest. Oh, yeah, windrow the canola, then harvest. Any particular reason?
I don't know. I guess it's been a bit of a trend in the varieties that we're growing. We've got more pod guard.
Yeah.
Like you said, lighter crops.
Yeah. There is a lot of farmers around here who swath.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely not just a majority direct head. I'd say
It's hard to tell, really.
it is hard to tell. It's probably like 50-50.
Yeah.
It'd be probably an even split.
Yeah, and not everyone that direct heads, like you know, like the guys who swath don't necessarily swath their entire program. They'll direct head, portions of it that are suited to it.
Yeah. So we might have mentioned it in a previous episode or not, but the reason we got away from swathing was our canola wasn't thick enough, essentially, and we get a lot of wind.
Yeah.
And we used to do swathing with the header front, so with the headers and the header front, so we didn't have a separate swather or a nitro, anything like that. So as our machines progressed, we lost the ability to swath.
Yeah. Well, without that capital expenditure.
Yeah. So for me to go swathing, it's either contractor or I got to buy the stuff.
Yeah, and getting a contractor in to do it can
be pretty difficult.
Very difficult unless you're like a long-term client that's been locked in for years.
Yeah. So that's my personal reason. And we've had more luck with direct heading. Now there is the risk of obviously shatter, but like you just said, pod guard.
Yeah.
Not something I've experimented with, but probably something I should probably look into.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic tool.
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
you got to spray it on when you do your roundup, don't you?
No, it's genetic. So there's a couple. So there's two. So PodGuard, like the gene, like the Roundup Ready gene.
Yeah,
it's part of it, part of the variety. And then there's like a mesh. Oh, they call it mesh, I think. It's like a glue, basically, that gets sprayed on when you do your desiccation.
Yeah, so that's sort of the way I'd go. I don't. I have tried Roundup Ready, but I've only done it once, and yeah.
Get back in.
All
hail Monsanto.
So much, money up front for that.
Huge risk.
I mean, our germination with canola isn't great.
Yeah.
Maybe when I get a new bar, I'd look at it. But we had very patchy Roundup Ready canola, and we missed one of our sprays because of how patchy it was. We couldn't. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things that, like, it's like any system, you got to really commit and get into it.
That's it.
But,
yeah. You can't just half-ass these things.
Yeah, But I mean, have a play. I mean, we're direct head, so but I guess that sort of rambles around the question of why we do or don't swath or direct head.
Yep. So the second question is from Ben Weckett, and he's asking how many generations is Tom's Brook Farm? So we're three, like both of us. We're you guys were part of Tom's Brook.
Yeah.
We're part of Maryland, I guess.
Yeah. Maryland, and then Maryland
we all stem
too.
from Maryland.
Yeah.
So we're three from Grandad.
Yeah.
But
6
or 7 maybe.
Oh,
or maybe our kids are 7.
yeah,
Like,
it gets blurry, but there's always been farmers.
Yeah. Well, then
So-
it was back in Ireland before that. So
Yeah.
so yeah, no, we're 3. So granddad, and then our parents, and then us.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
in the future,
this,
maybe the kids. But
there's uncles and cousins, and as,
oh yeah, yeah.
as with any good Catholic Irish Catholic family, there's plenty of cousins.
Alrighty, I'll get my phone up. So Noah asks, what are the true benefits of legumes when as people like you can apply N, P and K?
Yeah, disease break, and well, I mean the legumes themselves make great stock feed, which is a big reason why lupins have been grown is for sheep feed.
Yep. Also, if you're growing like beans, they had a really good price on them a few years ago.
Yeah,
That sort of started the craze of everyone started growing beans.
Yeah, what do you mean we can grow 3 to 4 ton of these things in waterlogged conditions?
Yeah,
bang on.
and like it was they were over 1,000, weren't they at the time, or just near?
Lentils did. Beans were, I think they were like $400 or $500.
Yeah, okay.
Which-
But yeah, that's the benefit. You're a niche market, and
Yeah.
if you can sell them, you can get a
yeah.
price for them.
When it goes, it goes.
Yeah.
The guys in South Australia who, if they can harvest a 2 or 3 ton lentil crop, which is I've only ever seen over there. I've never seen one here. But yeah, when they're firing, it's unreal.
Yeah.
Like that's everything else is just setting up for that lentil crop, which is meant to be a break crop. It's good for the soil, good for your disease break, obviously good for your nitrogen.
Yeah, and natural nitrogen is better than synthetic. I
Yeah,
guess we'll call it.
Way better.
Flexen or urea. Yeah,
it hits
your
different.
natural nitrogen much better.
Yeah.
Just like what is it when you have a lightning storm and you get rain?
Oh yeah,
You get the nitrogen from the lightning.
I'm going to dub you in here. If you come in with these facts, you got to have the figures to back
Hang
up.
on, I'll just quickly call up Tom.
Yeah.
This comes from Tom,
Yeah, it's
old Rayman.
It's 15. I think it's like 15 kilos a hectare. Pluck that one out of thin air. Yeah,
Put it in Wikipedia. Fact check it.
Yeah, fact check it. Let's go and have a look. But I mean, yeah, you put a big lightning rod through the clouds, and naturally you're going to get some sort of nitrogen out of it.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, no, I mean, I'd much rather have a legume crop than a lightning
storm. Yeah. Definitely agree on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Callan Go Farming 8 asks, what are your thoughts on the X9 and would you demo one if you could?
Yeah, I'd demo one.
100%.
Yeah, be awesome. Hopefully they're floating around this year and we can have a little bit of a dabble.
Yeah, no, I think the X9's it's a good. I think John Deere's moving in the right direction. It's the first ever twin rotor, as I like to like to joke, as John Deere do. But
innovation, not imitation.
yeah. But no, when I went to do my swap over my headers, so I was S690s. I'm now S680s, now S790s.
Yep.
I quoted up for X9s as well, and they honestly at the time, now it'll be a bit different because the price hike, but
Yeah.
at the time, if you didn't put tracks on and didn't put extended auger on,
Yeah.
didn't have the folding lids, you could get them down to very reasonable price compared to like the S series.
Yeah.
So it was pretty like appetizing,
Yeah.
but there was the risk of one, they're not going to show up on time, which they actually didn't,
Yeah.
and then two, we didn't want to be the first.
Yeah. Serial number one can be good, but could also be
Like we talked in the last episode, how
yeah.
the opportunity of being first in something you can really benefit.
Yeah.
But more on the niche side of farming, I think that's where you get the benefit.
Yeah,
a big like a combine or
Yeah, it's a twin rotor commercial product.
yeah.
And
they did have quite a few teething problems last year.
yeah.
So.
There's nothing quite like if you're the first cab off the rank and then you have a look at the promotional material the next year or the year after, and they're like, we've now got this, and this, and
Yeah, we've improved these 4 things.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm not going to trade out because suddenly you've decided not to put a bolt in a prick of a spot.
Yeah.
But so there's a risk of that when they're. Well, I mean, there shouldn't be. I mean, they've had 30 years of New Holland to copy. So
to innovate.
Yeah,
to innovate.
To innovate, not just get a tin of green paint on a CR.
Painted on, yeah. No, they're going for the world's first triple rotor, aren't they? So,
Yeah.
No, I think they're good. John Deere do everything right, but when they're going for changing their header system up, it's going to take them a few years. Maybe the second-hand market is where to go with them.
Yeah.
Or wait until, like you're saying, give it 4 years and they've got the next gen one out and it's got the improvements that it needed to happen on this one.
Yeah.
Like us with our AgriFac, we've got the AgriFac Condor Endurance 2, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Now we're serial number 007, so James Bond for Australia. So, we're, I guess you'd say early adopters in the new series, but it's an upgrade from the other one. So exact same.
Yeah.
Going to a new boom spray, it's a completely new thing.
Yeah.
And I said to the salesman and the mechanic, like, I wish they had taken just 6 more months before bringing it out. It had those teething issues. They were very good with the PIP, and they'd come out and, hey, look, this is cracking. We're going to weld it up. But, they'd take you out of. Normally it was when we were finished spraying, but that's a day or two of welding, and we've got a lot of added on parts that are just slapped onto it and welded on the boom.
Yeah.
But they were good with it. But if they'd just taken 6 months of more testing, but
then there's some guy who's bought one 6 months later. He's like, man, this thing's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all sorted.
Yeah.
There's a risk. The X9. I'd definitely, if we're going back to chop and spread, it'd be at the top of the list for what we'd be looking at doing.
Yeah, because you do really need the capacity. You grow the bigger crop, you get the more the more biomass coming through. Yeah,
twin rotor seems to be definitely the go for any processing chop and spread stuff.
Yeah,
definitely the go. So I'd have a look.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yep. Okay, JPB489 asks, what are your thoughts on daylight savings? You asked for daylight in the Arvos in the podcast with Henry.
Yeah, look, daylight savings is the biggest waste of time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can understand it if you're in the city.
Yeah.
We what I want is longer days, not just adjusting when I wake up.
Yeah, CBH is still going to close early, so you've now got the longer working day. More storage on farm.
Parts from Melbourne.
But if we went to daylight savings,
it'd line it up.
We'd be better. We'd match.
But they could just get rid of it.
Yeah,
it would be fine.
What's the point?
All those arguments about it's gonna, the mocking argument of it's gonna fade our curtains and the cows aren't gonna know when to get milked, and it's like no,
right.
No, the cows are going to get milked on time, but like the rest of the system of getting the milk to the shop is just all sleeping in or wake up early and going.
No, I've lost it. God damn it. This happens often anyway.
The date. Look, opinions on daylight.
Oh, that's what I was going. Yeah, you're done. So winter is probably when it's better.
Oh, 100%.
Don't put it forward the 1.5 or 2 hours, whatever they do.
In summer.
Yeah.
If
no, they go an hour, don't they?
Yeah, an hour.
But I think it'd be better in winter.
Yeah, if you're going to get up, like you get up in winter and it's already dark. Like it's dark when you're getting up.
Yeah.
Why not just knock it earlier then? And then you actually have some daylight at the end of the day.
You get daylight at the end of the day when you come home or whatever with the kids or...
Yeah.
That would be better.
Daylight savings, it should be in winter.
Yeah.
That's the hot take.
Yeah, well, WA keeps on voting no for it, so I think it'll stay.
Yeah, that's it. We're stuck in our ways.
All right. JSE_ASD asks, can you give us boys from the Northern Hemisphere some basic infos, e.g. yields?
Right. Kyle's converter. We're going to go over this again.
Yes, because when I tried to use it, there was all these other functions and
Yeah, so basically, when you're looking for Kyle's converter, you have to Google Kyle's converter bushels,
Acres to acres to bushels.
bushels per acre to tons per hectare, because otherwise it's a nightmare to find.
Yeah,
in the website, but
yeah. Or like the Americans could just convert to metric, because the only reason they have a bushel, it's a unit of like
it's
measurement.
volumetric. Yeah.
Because the pounds are, they go off pounds, and when you're talking so many thousands of pounds,
Yeah,
it's like 60 pounds to a bag. Don't even get us started on bags. Anyway, so yields. Now yields are things that people tend to hold close to their heart. Like farmers aren't very.
Oh yeah.
They'll wait to hear what your yield is, and then they'll put a little bit. It's like rainfall. How much rain do you get?
Yeah, it's like poker.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
little bit, bluff them out and see.
Yeah.
No,
But no,
I'd say that we are 3 ton cereals, 3 ton to the hectare cereals, and canola were 1.2 as an average, 1.2 ton.
yeah. So we were at that, like nearly at the 3 on the cereals.
Yeah.
But then we had, the frost, the couple dry years.
Yeah.
So if you're talking like the last 5 years, we're probably around that 2.5.
Yep.
On the cereals, and we'd be like 800 to a ton on the canola.
Yes.
So,
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I was just trying to think without quickly whipping up Kyle's converter. Like 80 bushels per acre is about 5 tons to the hectare. Rough. I know it depends. It changes for beans, for soybeans, to corn, to wheat. But rough. You're in the ballpark there. So
Okay.
that's for the northern hemisphere.
But we don't grow 5 ton to the hectare, so you got to bring it back now.
Not often.
No, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so following that, Blair Barrett 10, he asked, "What do you expect your yield to be this year?"
Less than last year.
So for us, I've said it before, but our canola isn't the greatest. So I expect our average to be about 800 kilos.
Yep.
Our barley is the money crop for us this year. That's what we're trying to get. Make sure we get that off before it blows.
Yep.
And look, I'd hope that gets to the 3. It looks encouraging.
Yeah.
But I've got my insurance at 2.5, so
Yeah.
maybe around that 2.5 is where I'm aiming. That's where I'll be happy. Anything over that, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Yep.
And wheat got pinched. At the end, it just dried right off, and we didn't get the rain. So
Yeah.
I think that's unfortunately going to be low 2s.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
For us, canola's probably, hopefully, going to do the 1. We're fairly, like, it's patchy in some areas.
You've also got canola over 3 different rainfall zones.
3 different rainfall zones. The stuff up the top, which is the lowest rainfall, is the most consistent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's just okay. So this is what this year is. It was the driest, but the most consistent. Mm-hmm. Here, soil type has led to it being a little bit more, bit patchier in some areas.
Yep.
And then at the lease farm, which is only 15 k's further south.
Yep.
Waterlogging took out patches.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's big
You'd
patches.
have some tree trunks down there though.
Yeah, there's going to be some big plants on the edges of the waterlogging. But yeah, so it'll average out, because that's the nature of, if you've got a waterlogged crop or waterlogged patches of a paddock, then the rest of it's going to be good.
Yep.
But obviously those swaths in the centre are going to be zeros. So we'll just, until we put the header in, we're just going to play Schrodinger's crop. It's
that's how it is.
Yeah. You just until you get it in the bag at the end, then you can work out how you went. But yeah. I mean, it's not
cereals.
Cereals. Got a dartboard. I'd expect Cascade up top will be mid 2s. I think.
Yep.
I'd be lucky. I'd be really happy if it got near the 3s.
Yeah.
Here we haven't got much cereals in. I've got maybe 600 hectares, but it'll be in the 3s.
Some people's farms.
Yeah, well, it depends on if you're farming strawberries. There's 100 strawberry farms.
Hey, the Kiwis, they're not very big. The UK, they're not very big.
Yeah, but let's not talk about the banana wheat hybrids that they're growing.
Yeah, probably grow more than us.
Yeah. Less work.
Okay. Cunningham Tim 07. He asks tyres versus 2-track versus 4-track tractors. If money was an option, which one are you buying?
Wow.
Put it
What
that
for?
way.
What purpose? What are we doing?
Okay.
Instagram showing off.
Instagram. No, so
Quaddy all the way.
pulling, just pulling your bar. That's probably what most people are chasing a tractor for.
Yeah, quad track.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So I mean, I haven't had a quad track yet.
Yeah.
I've had the 2-track. I've had the triple tires.
Yeah.
And the 2-track just scuffs too much. You can't get power to ground.
Yeah. 2-tracks are pretty unbeatable when it comes to just straight line, like deep rip pull.
Unless you got a Borgo in a drought and a steering hitch
36 inch.
and it can't the Borgo's pulling it off the trams and you just
Yeah. Well, look. Okay, so to answer the question, it'd be a quad track every day of the week.
Yeah.
What color quad track? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd probably prefer green because I know green. Like they do a good tractor. They do a good cab. If you're sitting in it for long hours, you want green. Now I've obviously bought a red.
Yes.
So I guess I'll come back to you next year and say how good a red tractor is.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Cost point. That's the other. I'd really love to see the big Zirian quad track.
Look, it'd be interesting.
Class.
It's essentially a telehandler, isn't it? They turn. It doesn't artic or anything.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah. They're a different setup, but they do. They pull like a wounded mule, like the tired ones do. The neighbours have got them, and they are just awesome.
Yeah,
and low RPM, beautiful and smooth. Obviously, the cab is nowhere near a touch on the John Deere stuff, but
yeah.
I mean, I'd just be excited to see how they perform.
Yeah, that'd be. But they've got to get them out to 3 meters and.
Yeah. Stop thinking so Eurocentric. Look after your soils, guys. Go control traffic in 3 meters. Maybe bring the cost down for us.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, Spotty89. What's your thoughts on information on machinery for people other than the dealers?
Information
yeah, okay.
on machinery.
What's your thoughts? What's your thought on information on machinery for people other than dealers?
So, like the availability of information that's around?
I don't know. How are we going to interpret it?
Well, okay.
That's confused me a bit.
Oh, okay. So if it's about like getting hold of workshop manuals and stuff, like you want to go and check out sort out your I don't know, like wiring harness on an older tractor, and then you go, right, I will just have a look for a workshop manual.
Even on the new, like I wanted to check the servicing on our 9420.
Yep.
And in the old books, it used to be you had like the Excel spreadsheet. It had 2,000 now, like 50, 100, 150, and you go down. Okay, we're up to 2,000. Oh, this has got a ... That's what I'm doing. This one, it doesn't do. Like it doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so I'll just go and get a photo of all the filters. I'm like, okay, so how am I going to change the transmission filters and because it's all and the hydraulic? It's all the same thing. It's just going different pipes to different places.
Yeah.
Do I have to? Is there a tap on the hydraulic? And I've got to because they're below the tank. I'm like, there's no information on it.
Yeah.
Because obviously John Deere is not so much on the right to repair side of things.
Yeah. All hail Mother Deere.
Now, case could be the same. I don't know. I haven't got one, but I do have one. But
yeah, the only one that I've had really positive experience with is so far as the Gold Acres, and that's they say that they're a full right to repair company.
Yep.
All of the manual, the exploded diagrams, the whole lot is on their website.
Accessible.
You can just get it for every single version, every single model that's out there.
Yeah.
Full parts diagram. One phone call, and you can get all of the information about like how to actually do the specific, procedures.
Yep.
So yeah, look, I would love for all of the manufacturers to just go, righto, here is the workshop manual, and lay it out on their website for free. Put it all out there. I know that they might have patent issues or whatever, but there's not corporate.
Call them. Call them. Yeah.
Yeah, just get it out there so we can actually fix a problem without it being 5 hours for the guys to drive out of town and come and have a look and go, oh, well, this little sensor was just unplugged or twisted the wrong way.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yep. Okay. J O'Neill 3. He asks, where do you want to see your farm grow in the next 5, 10, and 15 years?
Oh, just outside the fence. Into the neighbour's place would be really good. It's always the dream to get more land next to
I think that more land would be nice. Like I said in the previous one, about 1,000 more hectares would sit me comfortable.
Yeah.
Profitable, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, inside the business, I'd like to just see us get to a point where less work, more output.
Yes,
So
more efficient.
Yeah, however we can do that.
Yeah, finally getting a degree in PCT and
Yeah.
using it to its full potential.
Yeah, nailing that down. After that podcast, I have been chipped by a couple of people. They're like, I know that you don't like PCT. I was like, did you listen? I
love PCT.
I'm an ape. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to work it.
Who are these people?
Well, I could call them out, but I'm not going. They
Name
know.
and shame them.
They know who they are.
Shame them. Has anyone, anyone of our listeners decided to, take it as a side hustle or a full hustle and, go and learn it? Hit us up.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Give us a discount.
I'll take your business card.
Or maybe some bot farming. By 15 years, I'd like to see
something
autonomy on the farm.
Yep.
Just
it'd
efficient, profitable, and
keeping it fun too.
Yeah.
Which got to be engaged.
All right. Rooster Ags says, what would you two wished you'd done differently for this growing season?
Well, I wish that I'd gotten out there and done a bit more rain dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't change that.
No, I did have a bung leg, so I couldn't dance much.
You meant to do it naked as well, mate.
Yeah, I am. I was feeling a bit bashful.
My canola, I would have liked to have got a more even germination on it.
Yeah.
How I would have achieved that, I'm not sure. Maybe wait for rain next time.
Wetting agents?
Wetting agent, but again, I don't have liquid system.
Yeah.
That'd be about it. Maybe not put so much N onto the wheat because it's tipped off at the end.
It's gone big and bulky and
the rain isn't there to finish it off. So maybe not go so high on that. But
you got to chase it when you can.
Yeah.
I would like to have been a little bit more on the spot with 2 of my paddocks of broadleaf.
Yes,
had to do a salvage job on there. Just couldn't quite get the timings right. Had to chase after different things, fungicides and whatnot.
Yep.
And utilising one of the nitrogen decision tools, I would have loved to have pulled the trigger earlier on that and possibly even gone, right, no, the season's getting on a little bit too quick.
You need to make the
action. Just need to put the N on and then use that tool as not so much a decision maker, but just a check, a truth
reassurance.
Yeah, just to see where we were at, which we did on half of it, but we left some to try and utilise that tool.
Yeah, yep.
Other than that, no, there's not. There's a lot of things that have happened out of our control, weather-wise. Don't know. Until the end of the season, until we've harvested it, then I reckon I could answer that question a little bit better.
Yeah. Maybe not play hockey. I wouldn't have done my back for the whole 6 months. That would have been nice. On to the next one.
Yeah.
So from Rooster Ags again, he asks, what's it like being 2 days behind the rest of the country?
Now, I'm going to try and interpret this one as...
He's obviously got to mean daylight savings or something.
I think possibly because we are recording this and then it gets released a couple of days later. You reckon that's what he means?
Well, I mean, we're a few months behind.
Yeah, we're way behind now. This is like the opposite of a time machine.
Yeah. But no, if you're referring to the old daylight savings, it's very annoying when parts of ex-Melbourne on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon, and
Yeah.
That grinds your gears. The worst is actually agri-fact because you're dealing with the Netherlands.
Yep.
So it's not until 2 o'clock in the morning our time, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's also not so bad being 2 days behind the rest of the country. Sometimes we like to just take it easy and wait a little while. WA, the wait a while state.
All right, last one from Kirk Whiting, and he asks, have you seen the new laser tech being introduced to boom sprays for scorching small weeds? He actually said weeds, but...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure he means weeds.
Yeah, I'm sure that he does. Wow, that's a mental image I didn't need.
Why is it on a boom spray? No, I think it's pretty cool, but on a broad acre scale, it just can't be implemented.
Yeah, unless we've got 100 of them or thousands of them.
Same with the ones that they cultivate around.
Yeah, the little tillage grab jobs. Yeah.
Or the burning.
Yeah, the burning.
That's more for the organic farmers. They burn weeds.
Yeah. That would never ever have a place here. But
dang, I set my paddock on fire again.
Yeah, I have seen green wheat burn. So, any of these targeted systems, I think it's great just to see proof of concept or of getting things out of university. PhD students, robotics and stuff, getting it into the paddock. Maybe it doesn't go fully commercial, but maybe...
Well, I suppose if we're looking towards autonomy, you could get that, the TerraTrack or whatever it was, and, put it on that and off you go, little buddy. That's your job for the next 2 months.
Yep. Or there might be, like you said, niche opportunities for it that it could go out and only it would be doing one big broadcast job or spot spray job. But say it comes across something particularly nasty, then it can utilise a different tool.
Yeah.
That it goes, that's something that we actually need to chip up and use a little drill or something to get rid of.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff's exciting. It's cool things that come out of universities and out of people's sheds that they've been tinkering with.
Yep.
But I guess that's about as far as my thoughts on that go.
Yeah. Oh well, we shall leave it there. That's the end of the Instagram questions.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's having a safe harvest. Please look after yourselves.
Yeah. Yep. Keep the questions coming in because it makes our life a lot easier.
Oh yeah, give us a real good one. One we could do a whole episode on.
Yeah, real curly one. That'd be good.
All right, guys. Well, you know how the story goes. We'll catch you in the next one.
Right. See ya.